think they need flamez to necessarily improve their lineup, right? For the meantime, they just need him to be as good as Dupree was or near it, because they're the bar right now on every map for all the top teams. But yeah, let's find out. Listen, OG played a little bit of Vertigo here or there for sure. We know he's got reps on it. P-side on the attacker, Vitality.
Ooh, Berettas, baby. From the pocket, Junior, it's one. And a jump over top from Automatic. George catches zywoo. Apex returns the favor.
Ooh, George went through, and with that, this kind of allows the plant that George dies.
Ooh, just in the nick of time, Flamesy gets that bomb down. So it's Apex and Magisk. Little 2v3 post plant. Bomb tap, that's going to finagle Vitality here to go for fights. For all they know, that CT's still defusing. Now they've seen them both. And it's pistol win EG. Retake on the A site. Panic caused by smoke. 1-0 to EG. Yes, Launders?
Flamesy's last game on Vertigo, he had a 1.59 rating. What else? He had 32 kills.
Who was that versus?
It was versus Eyeballers. Some Swedish legends that you may have heard of, such as Flusha.
Yeah,
and
I know
also JW.
Ah, J-Dubs. Money from the plant, enough for the buy. AK for Flamesy. Ooh, I like that. They just give him straight up the... He's got a better gun than zywoo.
I like
that.
The
new kid has a better gun than zywoo.
Killer kick.
They said, look what we've got. They throw him through.
Oh, he beat the smoke.
Hext feeling the pressure of the flashbangs. Flamesy gets nothing. And now the Tech 9 of Apex will connect. zywoo back towards quad, gets one of his own. Plant could have happened, but Junior is going to find Apex getting a little rambunctious, pushing forward.
Oh, they're worried about mid. No rotator came in to clear things out.
They should be worried.
And just gets there. Oh, are they watching this?
Yes. Well, Spinks is, but zywoo's just too far forward, so he gets nabbed. The Deagle returns the favor. Galil now for Spinks.
Yeah. And there is a better gun for Magist to upgrade, so no reason to rush in this position. 45 seconds. And it's still on EG to come and re-clear B. So here's a moment where they can reload weight, and EG have to respect the fact that anything could happen. It's not a bad move for Vitality to re-aggress, nor is it a bad move for them to go all the way back to the A site. So they're looking for the CTs to split up 1-1 to sites or gamble. And now it'll be about figuring out if someone could be quad. That's the thing. Magisk will be on the hunt.
They've got the Incendiary to flush him out. Spinks could throw it. Magisk would be ready. Sure enough, it happens. Unravels Junior's setup, pushes it on to George, who finishes what's left of Magisk, puts fire on the bomb site. 7 seconds. Spinks has found a spot. Ooh, no damage until now. It drops him by 30. Just that one little spot. Sanctuary in the sight for Spinks and a clutch to boot.
That sucks.
The force buy works out for Vitality.
That's tough. I thought the Molly positioning was okay, but Spink could still plant somewhere else. But the Molly actually goes a little too far. Spread happens a little too late. And even though Flames dies with the AK running in first, he gives information for the next sort of sequence of frags to go in the favor of Vitality with their entry. So, unfortunate series of events here for EG. But Vitality, they capitalize with less to work with. That's what's most important.
Ooh, zywoo right to it. The A1S duel up the ramp. Junior's dead. I think unfortunately for Evil Geniuses, it's not quite about them today. It's really just everybody keeping eyes on how this new Vitality will function, where Flamesy will slot in. We had that conversation on the desk about his positioning on CT side and whether he's just going to be a 1-for-1 in Dupree, etc. So, skill gap, we know about it coming into this series. We've seen it on Overpass already. And there was that X factor of maybe a little ring rust from the break, but all seems good from the French-Danish-Israeli fusion.
Tasty.
Magisk keeps eyes on the flank, as he should. 2 players coming in. And with this... Oh, saw the foot. Poor Walco takes one to the side of the head. And Hex just peels away for a moment. George will get a chance to fluster the bomb site at the very least. Vitality, cool as a cucumber. Composed as they take over the bomb site. And take control of this T side early. You saw George's visual confusion when that Molotov didn't stop the plant last round. He was convinced it was on the money. Poor guy. Missed it by a millimeter. And in this round, didn't have a chance. Outnumbered, outgunned. And now EG have to hold off.
Yeah. Yeah, and you said, like, you know, this is mostly about Vitality today. I think most people have questions about that. Dupree playing B, of course, such an infamous B player on this map, and whether or not Flames will take to it. This will be one of the most distinct changes, and I think we actually don't know if more than one position gets changed, in the sense that Flames could remain an A player if there's someone else on A who wants to switch to B to take Dupree's spot, because Vitality have made changes like that before, so we'll see. But I can totally picture Flames being a great B player solo, actually.
Apex farms 2. Old Apex commits to the third, but 2023 Apex...
Really, because he's only gotten older.
Previous Apex.
Old iterations of Apex. Older versions of Apex.
Drive-by on Walco. That Mac-10 has gotten all 4 kills, so maximizing the money here in round number 4. USP done. That Mac-10 got all 5 frags.
That's money.
Moolah. Cash. Guap. Big bucks.
Doigarinos.
That's a new one. Man, we get to the buy
Walla.
for EG, and it's still too Famai. All right. 1 kid as well for Walco. See if they can get back that pistol momentum. It's a fast one from zywoo, challenging up the ramp. Wants a piece of that crane peak. Flash support for George, but it's temporary, and he knows it. Peels back already. Only zywoo sticking around.
This might be a fruitful search for automatic, actually. I think he's already crossed. He's crossed to the point that he feels pretty comfortable calling against this. And this is a round that sort of is making me feel like Evil Geniuses should win, because they have really good information, but they're pretty slow to the rotation, actually.
Oy. Hex just sweeps away Apex. No challenge there. Flamesy on the edge of the smoke. There's the return frag, which means B-site still up. Boost behind it. Magisk has not spotted Walco, who just wants to inch in and gets away with another double kill. Made that FAMAS look good on the B site of Overpass. And another critical 2K coming out of him here in this one. So EG, as you said, automatic, the one who pieced together the picture, called for that quick panic rotate back towards B, and they did get into position in time. Didn't fall victim to multiple frags from Flamesy on the side of smoke. It's Walco to make the difference.
He just had that very nice timing where ramp was clean, he was coming around his sandbag smoke, and they decided to re-smoke right after. Whereas if they left the ramp open and he didn't see anybody, you actually can't be sure they're not there. But as soon as you see the utility and you don't see players behind it, then you go, okay, now I know your plans as well. You're trying to give me an audio cue to fall for. Doesn't work out. And everybody on B was on full guard. They were in those duels. That gets EG into this half.
Game on. Hop on zywoo. Reroutes. Oh! Oh,
Wow.
he catches Hex. I mean, that timing spectacular.
So slick.
Hex is on the fallback, just throwing a nade and looking to run, but
I hate that for Hex.
you know, zywoo, it looked like he had his protocols. Molotov recalculates. He is the supercomputer of Counter-Strike.
Zyborg.
And Spinks shaves automatic off the mid play. You never know when Spinks is going to activate on mid Vertigo.
Could be never, could be now. You know what I'm saying?
And I'd say, you know, used to be critical of him because it was always kind of never. Sometimes didn't get active enough. This round, he does. Pays off. 4v2. And Magisk catching Walco looking for info. George all that's left over now. Pressure all over the map. Spinks will not be able to close it himself. But that's a comfortable confirmation that George is deep CT and now down to 3 health. Magisk will sweep him away.
George is basically being stalked. And I think it's one of the most natural spots for him to be in, for Apex to find him. Overall, an easy round for Vitality.
You ever heard of Stalker?
Have heard one?
Have you ever had one?
Yeah.
Anybody ever stalked you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, okay.
About you?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
Have you noticed I'm always around?
Yeah, every event I go to. Oddly enough.
I see his face.
I mean, we saw the form just on Overpass now.
Sometimes it's just about how many years you've been winning, you know, almost as importantly as how old you are. Like, you look at a player like Roy, for example, like, he's older, but he also hasn't, like, played a full career, you know what I mean? He hasn't done that much, so you kind of have faith that, like, he's going to roll out of bed motivated every day to, like, grind whenever there's a small change.
A challenge here for Vitality as they face the 4v5 up ramp. Rumblings of the take with the util has George interested, and Flamesy goes over the smoke, catches George, drop off. Now he's got great cover and automatic in the open, but he can't handle the second kill. And all the while, Apex starts to take the push into B. Hexed on his own.
Uh-oh.
Walco's trying to come over construction. Spinks clears the first one. Walco traded out by zywoo. Bomb is down. It's the Frenchman in a clutch yet again. And they know that those other 2 players were still deep over on that A site. Automatic confirmed. Junior never showed his hand from short, but let's see if the retake happens. We've got 2 flashes for Junior to try and set up automatic. If he can get a point-blank kill up close, then good. It'll unravel the setup. Flash does find zywoo. Apex gets a little wild. Still has 7 shots in the magazine, enough to at least pull off 1. Now the gun's about to get dry, wants to get back around the corner, and the CT simply haven't pressed in fast enough to get the defuse through, so it's Vitality 7-2.
Had locked down with the right side gen smoke, and it was a bit of a psyop from Flamesy on the other side of the map to come up and take that dual prolonged engagement on the ramp. Ultimately, it didn't care. It didn't matter if you won or lost. This is another situation where Vitality are able to find an open B site to take over minimal resistance and win the round in the retake. But this first kill is great with the setup on the flash as well. And then the first fight inside B is in the back of CT spawn as Spinks is already pushed through. This is where EG lost. They're kind of falling for it right now. They need to be a little bit more aggressive with their map control because Vitality are playing with their rotations. You can't rotate and win that way. It's just too much map control to give way with the kill as well. If you're going to fight on top of it, and if you're going to play low grenades, you can't play retake in the first place. So it's not easy to anchor B, that's for sure. But throwing nades and falling away can still just lose your rounds. Oh, it's a great shot.
So
great
ready.
aim by Flamesy.
Hex didn't stand a damn chance. And now Apex going to take it all the way through CT. Drops Walco as he tries to retreat over from construction. Just like that. Minute 25. This round done.
Yeah.
Toast. Cooked.
Yeah, Hex is kind of just getting bodied now because they're just starting to go faster and they're still having no trouble finding him. So I don't want to repeat everything I said last round.
No, you can if you'd like to. We could change the subject.
Maybe just go a little bit more aggressive this next round. Especially Vitality want to go faster as well. Like, punch that.
Uh-oh. Op's not going to get saved. George hanging on for dear life. Hate to break it to you, bud. You're done. Vitality on fire. Clear out all the CTs. Keep all 5 players alive. That one, far too easy. But we saw it. You know, I think Flames got a glimpse of Hex as he fell back a bit, so pre-aim on point.
It was pre-aim.
And then Apex just going above and beyond to chase down Walco as he's concerned about that potential Spinks mid-walkout that we've seen. Yeah.
Nice! I was like, what the fuck?
They've got no stability on either side of the map right now, so... All right, let's run it back. Money's still pretty good for Evil Geniuses. Despite having an MP9 on George, they've all got grenades. We've got Junior on the op.
Shoot. Double peek.
Oh, he's walking in front of the box. But he gets the frag and no trade.
Kind of changing spots there. Apex starts to run, so you know that peek's fully informed. Good on Junior to take a bit of a risk. Catch him off guard and give them another 5v4. Not that that has always been EG round win.
That smoke's a little bunk. The boost on this side, Vitality not afraid to take it in this direction, as we've seen Hex have some struggles in this spot, so we'll see if he can manage. But he's got some support behind him. The angle pays off.
Hex holding him off for now. Flash catches Spinks. He shoots. Hex tries to capitalize. Will indeed. A double off the FAMAS. zywoo basically dead already. And EG looking like the B site holds. Looking like. Magisk gonna take the chance. Down he goes at Junior. All right. Nice to see Hex in a far more forward position, taking some duels and being given that chance as you get Vitality going into the double boost. But he sectioned it off nicely, pulled it apart.
Yeah, they at least get the resmoke down on the stairs, plus had a teammate close beside him. And I think in these previous rounds, they really were hoping it's not going to be an early B. Hex was, I think, tasked with staying alive, playing a little bit more passively. And in this situation, playing forward is better. Junior gets the opening kill. That makes things easier. But the support there for Hex as a rifler was, I think, the most key part of all. Gave him some confidence to put eyes down the ramp. Down the stairs, I should say.
Yeah, Vertigo not very accessible. You know, they haven't built with that in mind. Flames see nothing here for the taking. Haven't seen a CT on these stairs at all. Not getting that frisky. Vitality back. Do it. No? Okay. Bringing the util to the table.
You get the signing bonus with these new skins.
You know how it is. You know how it be.
We don't play. Okay. Valko. Oh, seen a couple of good moments out of him, but now that's mid-den.
And that's Hex compromised.
Oh, this is really tough for Hex. We'll see if he can figure a way out of this.
But the B push is also delayed towards the stairs. Not going to make a difference here for Hex. Spinks instantly deletes him.
Best setup you could ask for, really.
George will respond, so CT's definitely in question, but the bomb will be planted B again and again.
Yeah, it's a picture-perfect attack here from Vitality, and as soon as Walco dies as the first rotator, they know that Hex is alone. Because otherwise it would have been Walco in the site with Hex and then a third guy that they kill, and then they're not sure if they could just split the site.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is 3v3.
Molotov close as well, so they can clear out at least one corner. But they've got Magisk in the other. He's ready for his duel. George is going to best him. Time becomes an issue, but they can still make this work. Everybody's got the kits. It's Flamesy and zywoo forced back.
Oh.
zywoo's going to pluck off one. Headshot comes out of the AK. Junior responds with a kill, but it does come down to time. And that's Vitality on 9.
Yeah, nice attempt on the retake for sure. Great little move there from zywoo just before falling down the steps, finding a last shot in.
Little whoopee.
And then Flames, of course, as well. You know, his kill is almost cosmetic. Round's over by time for sure. Spinks' first frag is what wins this. All the pressure on Hext.
Junior!
He was...
Go! The round is over! Where the fuck are you going?
I remember Madness shit talk from last season was like, are you even a primary oppa? Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Bro, this thing is broken. Ooh.
Oh, what?
How?
The hell? I'm just used to it at this point.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. We're gonna need a little POV, please. George
Jesus.
doesn't make it any further than the middle of the ramp. I guess Vitality didn't like having to hold off on their bomb. You know, they've been being given post point. So many free B rounds that they didn't like having to hold off.
Oh, searched out all the mid, still didn't find Spinks.
Walco's sitting at the bottom of the ladder.
And his lurk is going to work now because they thought they bought like an extra 15 seconds. Now he's heard him run.
Yeah. Done. Focusing in on the CT peak. Junior missed shot. Second chance. At least catches Spinks.
You know, there's a lot to credit about Snappy when it comes to Spinks' development. Absolutely. But one thing's for sure, like, he's turned into the best possible version of himself as a lurker on Vitality. And when he started out on Vitality, I think his lurks were just way too passive overall. But now he's just got the right amount of variation. He's just, he's got such great timings now.
Apex fostering talent over there in Vitality.
Great IGL.
But working off of Snappy's original efforts. Classic. Poor Snappy.
Snappy got a chip too at the end of last season.
That's fair. Yep. Ents
Took Dallas, that was nice.
lifting a trophy. And Ents didn't make any changes in the offseason. Kind of forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Good. Nobody poached their stars.
It was a
What is...
heroic G2
Cool,
phase
zywoo.
ends. No changes.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Everybody else.
Literally everyone else. Yeah.
Crazy. Vitality. Quick day in the office. It's going to feel like summer break's still in session. And of course, this should be the easier challenge within their group, but it's not to say that they're versus another world's best. Complexity or Ninjas in Pajamas, the only other threat to them and an immediate spot in the Royal Arena. Don't jump. Junior's waiting. Oh. George saw him, but...
Oh my god, how did he get away with that?
Flamesy too ready.
My goodness.
Snaps it back for the second kill, and blink, you'll miss it. CT is shredded. Flamesy's got the knife out. No! Pistol. Okay, not so bad. What is this kid on?
That was still very nice. I don't even understand how he got his nade out and then pull his AK. Look at you. I don't even know how he did that. AK out so fast after that molly into that. Oh my god, man. He was totally smoke blind as well.
You know, I don't mind if NA loses. It's another thing if they get knifed. You know, not everybody finds comfort in misery, but Apex, he'll lap it up.
He said it's not enough that I should win. I must see my enemies suffer.
Junior. Oh, it's tight. He does take Flamesy down. zywoo returns it. An automatic can't best Apex. There's another player to peek. George gets clipped on the cross. zywoo making sure nobody comes at his in-game leader. And so a 4v2 to close out this T side. And poor EG, 3 sporadic round wins. Nothing consecutive. And nothing that really inspired us to believe that this half was ever theirs to take. One final attempt. A frag, a smoke, and no kit. Versus 4. Spink shuts it down just like that. You know, I'm just sure this feels good for Vitality because you have to remember at the start of the last season, Heroic were defeated by an EG as they came in cold, but Vitality hot to the trot. Versus one of the world's best with a fresh face and a new entry fragger star. Simply too much today. Flamesy to the B site already. There's your answer. And he's gonna gun down 2. Glock swap, looking for more. Magisk here to help him. Walco's got the only thing to answer back with, and now all of Vitality sat inside this bomb site, shredding your flesh from both.
Well, okay, good start for Flamesy. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Had some questions, had some comments. Actually, one other thing that's interesting about Flamesy is that they were sort of, I think, setting him up. I think Nexa talked about him as somebody who could be an IGL in the future.
Flamesy?
For OG, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it seems like, oh, this kid is always making jokes and like really young and inexperienced. Well, apparently he's got good comms, good ideas, and is one for the future in more ways than just like a good rifler who shoots well.
So Apex better protect his neck.
Now that would be funny. It'd be funny if one day just like wore Apex's glasses. Apex no longer wore the glasses.
I know Apex has 2 pairs, so
he made all the calls.
You know, maybe they could share. Flamesy just, well, I was gonna say mop him up, but looking like Junior's got other ideas. It'll be Spinks's chance at bat, but good flashes. The 2 flashes that Walco brought into the round had effect for a moment. Stopped Spinks on the immediate peak. But we get there in the end. Walco wants a kill. Walk away with a kill, my friend, but not this time. 14-3, 2 rounds away from a very quick close in the opening match of Group A.
Right now, the best B anchor for me is definitely Shush when it comes to Vertigo, and then Dupree was up there for sure. And it's kind of like I'd say it is litmus test of anchors in the sense that I'd say it's like maybe one of the hardest. I don't know. It can be brutal. It can be brutal playing B. Whereas some other maps, you don't get a lot of action. On this map, you get a lot of action, and you're sometimes completely alone. So it's gonna be fun to watch this develop on Vitality, maybe with another better challenger on this map. Of course, Vitality's map pick, so certain expectations here.
zywoo wants some. Of course, Vitality won't be afraid of going down the ramp, taking these fights. They do it versus most. EG fall into that bucket. Long range A1S fight doesn't matter because zywoo only gets headshots. And those bullets whiz by automatic as he sits patiently with a nade out. It's Magisk, in fact, to take the first one, and Apex just fights freely in front of him. We get the quick scramble out of EG as they realize A is now closed. Let's hope we can get to B. Flamesy off the Spinks flash. zywoo catches Hexed out middle. And I mean, Vitality can simply do no wrong here on Vertigo.
Yeah. You know, they could just speak like their own dialects of different parts of the map and not interrupt each other's communication. You know exactly who's being talked to. Something no other team can do right now. They got 2 pairs.
What about Magisk? He's just,
hey guys, what the hell's going on? You know, or however he would say it.
one to go. One measly round win away from a, well, to be blunt, stomp. Evil Geniuses, unfortunately. And we had a couple junior highlights. But we've also seen the shortcomings already. It's an excellent Flamesy debut. There's no ring rust on any of the Vitality members. And it's 2 looks on 2 different maps that we get out of Vitality. Can Complexity or Ninjas challenge them more so? Yes, one would expect. Automatic trying to draw the opening back towards A, looking to keep this hope alive, just to get the reps in. Apex could stop him, and if he does, suddenly it is a Scout and a Mac 10 versus 5. But nobody looking to join. Oh no, Magisk is here too. Okay. And the smoke will confirm it. EG gonna be fighting. Hex drops bomb. He drops bomb, but there's nobody there to plant it. He tries to swing out. An automatic team kills him instead. If you thought that bad couldn't get to worse, it has. And now Automatic burned off with a bomb plant. Second carrier goes down. It would have been one thing to lose 16-3, but to fumble your final chance. Rough stuff for Evil Geniuses and smooth sailing for the Vitality boys.